I was about to do a review on gargoyles, but I ran in this one. I said, no, I got to do this one first. Y'all know about Christine, right? Y'all know. If you don't know now, you know I'm a big Stephen King fan, and there's a point in time where I watched all Stephen King movies. I got at least 30 or 40 Stephen King books. I got the audios, and I'm so bad with Stephen King, I buy 2 books. One for my collection, and one for me to read. Anyway, all right, Stephen King. I watched a movie called Christine. And yeah, excellent movie. Anything Stephen King did, I watched and read anyway. But I read Christine way after I first saw The Car. 1977 movie with James Brolin, Josh Brolin father, Thanos' son. Let me tell you something. Yeah, Christine was off the hook, but The Car, and I'm hoping this is something that wasn't very popular, because like I said, I like to talk about movies that wasn't popular to get people to say, oh, I gotta go see that, and tell me what you think about it. Let me tell you something. Christine ain't got shit on this one. I think it's Utah, in the desert. I'm just telling you how the movie starts out. The movie starts out of a picture of the desert, and then you see something appearing, coming out from the desert, and you can't see the vehicle, but you see smoke. And I think they had it set up to where they must have had a barrier way out there where it looks like it appeared. It probably came from behind something. But it came out. This motherfucking car, I did read that they made the car look menacing. As always, I said I'm gonna put pictures in so you can see it. I forget what kind of car it was too, what name it was. But they made the car look scary. I don't think there was ever a movie that showed a car window as low as this. This car was black, it was big, it sounded scary, and when it first came on, it did what it did in the desert, and the first thing it did was took out 2 bikers. I don't understand this. If you riding a bike, I don't know if it's they lost common sense because they were scared or they were just stupid. If you riding a bike and a car's behind you and you can't get away from it, first of all, to me, you in the car. I mean, you on a bike. I'm gonna swerve out. You know what I mean? I'm gonna swerve out and try to get away. Jump off the bike and try to jump down in the desert. Jump down somewhere. Why are you gonna keep riding behind it and then let it bump your car on your tire? You let it bump your tire and bump your tire till it knocks you, and it knocked the person off, and it went way down in the gorge. I killed both of them. I liked about it, what they did with this movie, and I read in some other places, this was the time where they used to make movies where they make vehicles. They put them in like a little bit of fast motion to make them look like they're going faster than they really are. Well, I don't know why, but this movie was dogged for that. I mean, I think it made the movie better, because it made the movie look like it was fast. I know in certain places they should have did it to where everything in the background looked like you couldn't see it. You know what I mean? Because then it would looked all right, because you couldn't really see how fast it was going. You couldn't do it with people walking, they walking all fast, but they did it good. But the movie got dogged for that, and I thought it made the movie stand out. Well, what it is about? It's about, I'm gonna call it a demon car, and they never give a reason why it does it. This motherfucker just comes out from the desert and wreaks havoc. And the way it kills people, this motherfucker plowed through 2 police cars coming this way. This motherfucker went out toward the 2 police cars, hit the 2 police cars. They went where they went, and then all of a sudden the car went by and it was looking like it was brand new. That's some demonic shit. Another part in the movie, there was a parade through town, and you could hear it. It's loud, and the wind starts blowing and shit. And the female star, James Brolin's girlfriend in the movie, she had to get all the kids, and the only place that they can go was in a graveyard, in a cemetery, in the desert. That shit look creepy. Anyway, you got all kids in the graveyard, and they was all hiding behind like tombstones and all kind of shit. But the car would not go into the graveyard. It was spinning outside the graveyard and coming and hitting the pole outside the graveyard, making all kind of noise and spinning, and it's that horn. Oh my God. That's the creepiest part of the whole movie, that fucking horn. And it was laying on the horn, and it's spinning outside and this was in fast motion, spinning outside the graveyard and shit, but it would not go in the graveyard. But then Ronnie Cox was in it too. He was younger. Ronnie Cox, I believe, is the first one who realized what was going on. Because James Brolin, he was fucking clueless. But then he killed his girlfriend. Another creepy thing is the way he killed her. Now she's sitting on the phone talking to him, and you hear that sound of the fucking car coming. And she said, I hear it. Now this dumbass is sitting on the phone, and what you need to be doing is sitting towards your window where you can see out the window. She was sitting away, like a little bit away from the window, talking about, I hear the car. And she looks over, and this motherfucker's coming down the street, and it goes through the whole house. It went up in the air, went through the house, killed her, and went out the back of the house. And as it went out the back of the house, it laid on its horn. The car is all black. You need to see this shit. They made 1 or 2 movies after that was different. They tried to do it. They was all corny. The car, I think it's 1977. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was 9, 8, 9, or 10. Another one of them classic old movies that scared the shit out of me. And I don't even know who let me watch it. I don't know if my mom, my aunt, I don't know who let me watch it, but excellent movie. Every time I tell you about a movie, you gotta remember the time, the times, the year, and then you gotta take it from there, whether or not the movie's corny. A lot of times I tell you about movies because at the time that it was made, it was excellent. Like another movie that was way ahead of its time was Arnold Schwarzenegger's Predator. Way ahead of its time. Movies like that I like. But The Car, if you've never seen it, I tell you, I don't know where you're gonna watch it. This is one I wish I had in the movie collection, and I'm gonna wind up buying this. James Brolin was starring in it. He was a cop. And he always rode a motorcycle. He would take his 2 daughters. To school. And I think the daughters, they were sisters. And I don't remember if they was not the Hiltons. They was real people and they was rich or whatever. But yeah, The Car, 1977. It's a must watch. Gargoyles, I'm gonna talk about next, but The Car is a must see. If you've seen it, let me know what you thought about it. Excellent movie. As always, I love y'all. Y'all be safe, and until the next movie review, holla at you.